create a detailed audience persona. What are the steps? The first step to creating a detailed audience persona will be to conduct thorough research, because we need to find out the following key elements. We need to gather demographic data such as age. For the age, we need to define the range or the age range of your audience. For the gender, we need to determine if our product, which is the booster, appeals to a specific gender. Does it appeal to the male gender more or the female gender more? We have to make that conclusion. Then location. We need to identify the geographic location of our audience. Where are they? For instance, creating audience persona help a lot in ensuring targeted ads reach the people we aim them for, or that were designed for. For instance, in Nigeria, you could say my audience are in key capital cities. In Lagos, you can say in Lagos, in Abuja, in Port Harcourt, and so on and so forth. So you can easily target your audience, especially targeting them or specifically targeting them through the channels they use. So on income levels, we need to understand their income range or the income range of the audience. We need to ascertain if there are people who have the finance to purchase the booster product. A lot of people will need your product but will not have the monies to buy the product. So what use is it for targeting the people who will like your product but can never purchase it? So basically, it's important that you also determine the income or their income status of your targeted audience. Now, last but not the least, under demographic data is educational level, because you understand that you need quick conversions. You need to be able to get leads, right, and convert them to paying customers and to returning customers. So if they are not educated, they won't understand the need for immune function boosting. They won't understand. You will spend so much time explaining to them what the immune system is, how it functions, and so on. But remember, since our target are professionals, we need to understand that our target will be people who are highly educated, so that they really understand this content, can read the content, can consume and utilize every information that is provided there. After the demographic data, we need to also understand their psychographics. The psychographics is crucial because it helps us identify their interests and hobbies. That is, what do they enjoy doing in their free time? For instance, such professionals who might say they will probably hit the gym during weekends and so on and so forth. So we know where to position our product. Secondly, what is their values and beliefs? What are their core values and what are their beliefs? All right. It will be an effort in futility to market a product to someone who is a complete vegetarian if the product is not of organic source. It will also be an effort in futility to market to someone who doesn't believe that they have any issues with their immune system. For instance, let's say you meet someone who believes that their village people is the one pursuing him or her, and say, oh, they don't want him or her to work and so on. Then you go and say, I have this product that will help you boost your immune system. He will tell you it's not immune system, it's prayer they need, right? That is why it's important to actually understand the values and beliefs of your targeted audience. Then lifestyle. We also, in describing or detailing their persona, we need to describe their lifestyle, their day-to-day activities. We need to be able to do that. Then we can add personality traits. Are they introverted or extroverted? Are they analytical or are they creative? Then after understanding their psychographics, we need to identify their behavior, okay? We need to understand how they buy. Do they buy online or in-store or both? Are they impulsive buyers or are they planned buyers? Then under behavior, we need to also understand their product usage, how they use products related to such product that we are proposing, which is the booster. How do they use products in relation to that product? For instance, it could be that one of their pain points is that they have continuously searched for products that will be able to help them out of this dilemma, but haven't been successful. So when we understand their product usage, we can easily find a way to communicate with them, easily convert them to paying customers. Then, brand loyalty. It's also important for us to understand how loyal they are to a particular brand. It can easily tell us how loyal they will be to our brand and how to easily convert them. We have been able to conduct thorough research by gathering demographic data, which includes age, gender, location, income level, and educational level. We have also understood the psychographics of our audience persona, which include the interests and hobbies, values and beliefs, lifestyles, and personality traits. Then we went ahead to identify their behavioral data, which is buying behavior, product usage, and brand loyalty. How do we collect this data? We have basically identified them, but how do we now, and from what sources do we collect this data? Some of this data may come from either primary or secondary sources. Primary sources such as conducting customer surveys, right, and interviews, where you have to maybe create surveys and pass them through online sources to collect data from prospective customers, or where you have interviews, where you have to interview people on how they feel about your product, about a launch of your product, and so on. We can also get secondary data from market research reports or data, secondary data provided in the market space. Okay, we have certain white papers provided by different organizations and different bodies that we can leverage in ensuring that we gather data from. From analytical tools, we can use tools like Google Analytics to gather data from blogs. We can also use social media insights to see how all of these come together. Social media insights today are very helpful ways that we can gather data to help in building the detailed customer or audience persona. For instance, on Facebook, you get insights like gender, behavioral data, and so on and so forth. Then the third step is for us to now segment our audience. That is, we will now have to divide our audience into different segments based on the data we have collected. Each segment should represent a distinct group with common characteristics. When we group this audience, we can easily then begin to find messages or content that will satisfy their needs. What makes it impossible or makes it difficult to convert your audience, businesses have discovered, is that when you push a particular content and this content is meant for everyone to consume, people begin to find what content that they resonate with. Basically, nothing attracts them to your page. For instance, if I have to come to your page and basically scroll through 5 videos and so on, I will not have the time, because online consumption these days is quick. People want quick and easy access, and they want to get notifications. For instance, I will put on my notification to a page that I know provide content that I resonate with. So when I on my notification, anytime I get a notification from them, I consume the content. I don't want to go to a page that I have to basically scroll through or have notifications, several notifications that I have to check if I'm interested or not. So that is why it's important that businesses find a way of basically communicating to their audience, specifically based on the content that they resonate with. To the last but not the least, the fourth step will be to create the audience persona. To create the audience persona, we will have to give a fictitious name and a photo, because we have to create an audience persona card which will communicate to our marketing team. So you have to give your audience, give your persona a realistic name and find a photo that represents them. Then for background information, the background information section will contain personal background, which include the age of the person, the gender, the educational level, occupation, and location. Then we have the professional background, which details their job title, career path, and work environment. The third section will be the goals and challenges. For the goals, we have to detail what their personal and professional goals are. Then for the challenges section, we have to also detail their obstacles in achieving their goals. The fourth section will be motivation and pain points. On the motivation level, we have to create or identify what drives them to make decisions to take action. Then on the pain points, we detail their frustrations or problems that they encounter. Then the fifth will be the preferred communication channels. We need to identify the channels they prefer for receiving information, which could either be emails, social media, or in-person communication. Then, when that is done, we can share the persona with your team to ensure everyone understands the target audience, then tailor marketing strategies, content, and product development to meet the needs of the persona.